Hello, good morning po sa ating lahat. Welcome sa ating Thursday market briefing. So to start, let me share my screen with you. Ayan, so umpisahan po natin sa euro. So kung titingnan mo yung euro ngayon, saan siya papunta? So titingnan muna natin yung daily natin kung ano ang bias niya sa daily ngayon before we go to our smaller time frames. So kung nakita nyo, ang bias ng euro ngayong araw na to is down. No, bakit down? Because this is a reversal signal and this is called a you may call it as a gravestone doji if you are using candlestick, but if you are using bar chart, then this could be an anong tawag dito? Key day reversal, no? Either a key day reversal or exhaustion bar. Ayan. So yan po yung itsura niya. Exhaustion bar po siya, no? So pagka lumalabas siyang exhaustion bar na yan, coming from an uptrend, most likely magre-reverse po yan. So kung magre-reverse po yan, ngayong araw kahit papano, we can expect at least, no, reverse or correct, we can expect at least one bar of going down. So ngayong araw, we will try to find an area of value where we can sell the euro. Yun nga lang, medyo conflicting ang ano nito, ang
pinag-aaralan mo pa yan? Hindi nga, yung ano nga.
conflicting ang ano po niya, ang signal niya because yung market structure nito paakyat pero ang tinutumbok ng pressure mo sa higher time frame is pababa. Ayun po. Hello po, paki-off na lang po ng mic, Ma'am Imelda. Hello Ma'am Imelda, pa-off na lang po ng mic. Ayan, maraming salamat. Ma'am Imelda, paki-off na lang po yung mic. Yan, maraming salamat po. So, nasa gitna tayo ngayon. We'll try to look for an area of value in our smaller time frame. Ano po? So, kung yan, obviously, ito yung it is moving below the 26-day moving average now. So, most likely, ito yung magiging barrier mo sa pag-akyat niya. Just to check, titingnan ko siya, sisilipin natin siya sa 15-minute ano niya. So, may ano ba, meron bang signs na itutulak ng 15-minute 26 EMA ang pagbaba ng presyo? Opo. Yan po yung signs niya for the past how many 15 minutes tinutulak po niya ng pababa ano. So kung nakikita nyo dito, it's consistently moving downward yung mga peaks po nito and yung mga lows nito is consistent at this level at 1860. So most likely, again, if you go back to one of the concepts that we have learned in technical analysis so far, yung flat side always doon, hindi naman guarantee but most of the time it breaks on the flat side. So ayun po. So ang selling po natin dito is nasa 18 for euro, ang selling po natin is nasa 1749. 17 level ba? Ay, bakit ang taas ngayon? 18 pala, no? Sorry, nagkamali ako dito sa pagsusulat, sa pagta-type. So it should be around this level. Nandito po, kaya po ang naisulat ko dito is 1872. So ang presyo po ngayon nandito na. So paano naman ang kanyang pupuntahan or ano naman ang tinutumbok niya? Ang take profit natin is 1800 kasi wala po akong makitang maliwanag na I have to dismiss this one as an area of support that will give away doon sa breakdown ng price, no? Pagka ano yung price, nag-break out yung price dito, I am anticipating that this will give up. The support at 15 minute will give up, and at hourly also, yan, at least man lang abutin niya itong 1814 area or 1800 area, 18 flat. Bakit 1800 flat? Kasi it is based on the daily ATR of euro, which is about 60 or 70 pips move. So yung cut loss mo is 26 pip move. Yun po, kaya po 1898 po yan. Kung wala na pong katanungan sa euro, tayo po ay lilipat naman sa British pound. Ang British pound naman, ayan, pababa pa rin naman siya, no? Kung minsan hindi na ako tumitingin sa daily kasi dito pa lang mababasa mo na siya ng maayos. So dito, paano mo nabasa ng maayos yung pagbaba niya? Tinuturo ko po yun every Saturday, no? So you can ask those questions on Saturdays pagka if you are already funded, kasi this is just market briefing po. Ayun. Kahit pa inuulit-ulit ko na ayoko mag-explain ng kung ano-ano during market briefing kasi hindi po sakop ng scope natin sa market briefing yung pag-explain ng kung ano-ano sa technical analysis natin, but I can't help it. Sometimes you have to explain to get your point across, ano po. So dito, we would want to sell at 3769 area. So ang selling po natin dyan is around 37, baliktad na naman. 37, sorry ha. Tama. Dito siya. Selling is 37.96.94 area. So nasa 94 na po siya ngayon. So ang sell on rebound dito at the hourly EMA 50. Ang target mo is 3670. Saan galing ang 3670? Ang 3670 would likely be mostly coming from this one. The low here, itong low dito is 3670 po. Yan po. Palitan lang natin ng candlestick para makita ng maayos. Ayan, ito po. Ang low dito is 3670. So yan po yung pwede niyang targetin. From this point up to the 3794 area up to 3670 area. So that's about 137, 3694, 100, 120 pips, ano po? So ang cut loss mo naman is nasa 52 pips. Ayan. So kung wala na pong tanong, dito naman tayo sa AUD-USD. Ang AUD-USD naman, ay pababa pa rin. Kung papansinin mo, ito nag-break siya dito sa double. You may hindi siya double top but it's just trend line, no? So nag-break siya dito sa trend line na to. Pagka-break, nag-correct ng konti, i-expect mo na it will target the initial price objective based on your measuring implication from the trend line. So ito po yung pwede niyang puntahan at 75.48 or 75.50 area. 75.50 tama. So it's about 60 pips or 50 pips away from current price. So ang ang selling natin is 76.31, ang target mo is 75.46, ang cut loss mo is 76.57. Yung 75.46 pinakita ko na po yan dito po yan 75.46. 75.45, 75, bahala na kayo kung anong 40 level nyo i-take profit po if you are going to trade sa AUD, USD. Pero ang cut loss mo dyan is only up to 75, 76.57. So kung wala na pong tanong dyan, tayo po naman ay dadako ngayon sa USD JPY. Ang USD JPY naman obviously ay pababa pa rin siya, no? So ano itong ginagawa niya dito? Ano po itong formation dito? This formation here is most likely going to be a flag formation, lalong-lalo na at walang ano dito, no? So one sharp drop, tapos meron kang consolidation dito. So another drop is expected, and that drop will be based on the length of the pole. So kung ano po yung length ng pole na to, yun din yung pwede niyang puntahan dito. Kaya po yan ay 108.91 ang pwede niyang puntahan or 108.90. So we will what we can do here is if we are trading Japanese yen, ayan, so ang gagawin mo lang dito is go to smaller time frame and look for area of value kung saan ka pwedeng mag-sell. So ngayon, nasa kalagitnaan ka, wala kang magagawa kundi mag-antay na lumapit ang presyo dito sa 26-day moving average mo. So pag lumapit ang presyo dun sa 26-day moving average mo, doon ka lang pwedeng mag-sell kasi hindi ka naman pwedeng mag-sell ngayon dahil hindi siya tukod dun sa 26-day moving average mo. But if you want to risk the 5 pips that is the difference between the current price, you want that to be included in your computation of the risk that you are going to take, then you may do so. So kung magse-sell ka ngayon at this current price level, let's see kung if it is viable, ano. Okay. So it's viable dito. Kanina, few minutes ago, you could have sold at 109.74 or 109, yan, 109.74 ang selling kanina. Pwede ka mag-sell kasi ine-expect mo naman natin na pababa pa rin ang Japanese yen. Ang target po niya ay 108.50. 108.50 ba? Ito. 109, yes. Sandali. Ilipat ko lang dahil ito 108.90 ano. So ang ano mo dito is 108.98, 108.90. 108.90 ang selling mo is 109.70. Assuming that we are selling at current price level, it's 109.74. So 109.74 to 108.90, ang cut loss mo is 109.98. Yan, 24 pips cut loss. So sa gold naman tayo ngayon, ang gold po sa ngayon ay hindi po masyadong maliwanag kung ano ang tinutumbok niya. it may either decide to go up or to go down. Bakit? Bakit natin sinasabing hindi po maliwanag ang ano niya, ang tinutumbok niya? Kasi kung papansinin mo dito, yung daily mo ngayon, itong doji na to, doji happening below the 50-day moving average. Ang ano po sana niyan, ang implication po sana niyan is kung i-base mo yan sa concepts ng technical analysis, it should still be going down. But yung daily pala, I thought that was daily. So yung daily mo ngayon, ang tinutumbok ng daily mo is eto, meron kang consolidation na pwedeng mangyari dito coming from a sharp drop. So what we are expecting is, let's see yung sa smaller time frame natin. So kahit na nakakakita tayo ng bias ng pagbaba sa daily natin, we cannot discount the possibility of up here because of the market structure ng hourly mo. Kumbaga, naging sunod-sunod na yung kanyang higher high, higher low. So you cannot discount that. So what we can do here, since ganyan ang nangyayari, we can surmise na itong movement ng gold ngayon will be consolidating from this level, from 1750 up to this level of 17, ano ba to? This one is 1755. Ang high niya, mas maliwanag dito eh. Yan, so ang pwede niyang puntahan, high of 1755 and low of 1677. Ano po? So yun yung expected na range niya. So pagka lumapit siya dito sa 1755, we will be more inclined to do a selling rather than buying kasi dito sa long term niya, selling pa rin naman po. Yan, kasi galing sa pababa yan. So if ever na mag-breakout siya, no, dito pa rin yung kanyang bias dito sa pagbaba na to. But if you will be basing it on your hourly chart, syempre ang titingnan mo dito, 'di ba nakakalito siya, down yung daily mo, up yung hourly mo. So ano ba talaga? So ang titingnan mo ngayon, when the hourly hits a resistance level that coincides with your daily resistance, doon ka pumasok para ma-mitigate or ma-lessen mo yung possible losses mo if ever you will encounter losses in the market. But for the purposes of coming up with a trade scenario here, from the current price of 1736, eto siya ngayon, di ba? Yan, so ang ine-expect natin na aakyat yan hanggang 1755. So yun lang po ang natin. Ang tinitingnan natin ngayon is from 1736 up to 1755, which is the resistance of the daily chart. So yun po ang tinitingnan natin ngayon. Walang breakthrough or walang major breakout na mangyayari kasi ang market will be very, very cautious lalong-lalo na at meron na namang meron namang speech si Powell mamayang gabi ng alas 12. So that will now lead us to the economic calendar that we have for Thursday. Kasi bukas wala po tayong market briefing bukas because tomorrow is the Day of Valor. So araw ng Bataan po bukas, holiday po. So we will not be having our market briefing. Ano po, it's not na walang trading pero it's holiday po. So that should also give us time na to attend to our whatever family bonding that we are having or any personal reasons that we are having to take care of. So yun po, at least mabigyan po natin ng pansin bukas. So ito po, yung ano po natin, yung mga things to expect for this day, it will be relatively quiet day for the currency market before the volatility comes at 12 o'clock because of the speech ni Powell. Itong jobless claims, ito medyo magkakaroon na ng ano, pero I think mamayang gabi, basing on the current or basing on the previous recent data that has come out from the US, which points to a very, very strong recovery in terms of their labor and in terms of their productivity. So medyo ine-expect na po ito, no? So kung ano man ang magandang data na lumabas mamaya dito, it's sort of like, you know, if you have series of strong data coming out, so yung pinaka-latest na strong data parang hindi mo na masyadong papansinin kasi nagkaroon ka na ng kumbaga parang you've grown sort of, hindi naman you've grown accustomed to it, or you sort of like already expected it na maganda na yung mga susunod na lalabas na data. So what will jolt the market here is a bad data that will be coming from the jobs sector, from the labor sector. Kung biglang bumagsak yan, yung biglang umakyat ang jobless claims nila, then the market will react accordingly. Ano po? So yan po ang things to expect mamayang gabi. So before na mag-speech si Powell, kung hindi po ganun kalaki or wala kang nilagay na cut loss, huwag ka nang mag-trade kasi kung ano yan, it will be very, very volatile. And if you do not know how to manage volatility while you are trading, it's better that you stay on the sidelines. Ano po? So kung maglalagay ka naman ng cut loss, kung masyadong masikip ang cut loss mo dyan, most likely tatamaan ka lang ng volatility ng market. So that ends our market briefing for today, and maraming salamat po sa pagsama po sa ating muli, and hope to see you all again next week po. Doon po sa mga hindi pa hindi pa qualified para sa mga Saturday classes natin, please coordinate with Ma'am Joanne. Kasi po malapit na po tayong hindi magtanggap ng mga participants na hindi pa po funded sa market briefing. Heads up lang po, ano po. Ayun, so maraming salamat po sa inyo, and have a nice weekend everyone.